Let's talk about the most important decision you can make in Hogwarts Legacy. Stay tuned. When I first found out about Hogwarts Legacy, I thought this was a dream coming true. We are in Hogwarts and it actually looks good. Finally, after all these years, we get the Harry Potter game we all ever dreamed of and never got before. And it's not a Harry Potter game, but it's a Hogwarts game. So before we enter Hogwarts, you have to know that we enter in the 5th class. We are about 15 years old and we have to be sorted into a house. And be sorted into a house means more than just a place where you are, but it's becoming a part of a certain community. You end up doing the house cup together. You end up in Quidditch teams. You go to classes together. You are a real family in the house. And this is so important to make this decision based on some informations that you might need to actually not be vague about your pick and pick the right choice for you. One thing you have to have in mind is that Ravenclaw does not have a custom-made quest. Every other house has a custom quest, so keep that in mind that if you want to pick Ravenclaw, you might end up with a little bit less game time than the other houses do, and this is so sad. I actually wanted to pick Ravenclaw. In Hogwarts Legacy, we have the 4 classic houses. Gryffindor, they stand for courage and chivalry. They are the real knights and the real MVPs of Hogwarts, I guess. Then we have Ravenclaw, those who are craving for intelligence, are learning all the time and are super creative. These people belong there, but as said before, they have one quest less maybe. We have Hufflepuff, and they are dedicated to hard work and fair play, kind of like the backup house for every student, I guess. And last but not least, we have Slytherin, those who are craving for power, ambition and leadership. And you have to know the borders are fluent. Well, one good example is Hermione. She's super intelligent, but she's actually not a Ravenclaw, but a Gryffindor. And when we enter Hogwarts, we will be sorted into a house by the sorting hat, of course. We all know that. And the sorting hat kind of looks into the Witcher or Witch's mind and is actually the hat by Godric Gryffindor. And before the death of the founders, they actually picked the students themselves to be part of a certain house. But now the sorting hat does that to their job, and they actually told the head before what to look for in the students' minds. I guess one of the most popular houses since the Harry Potter books is Gryffindor, and it's located in a tower right behind the portrait of the Fat Lady. The colors of Gryffindor are scarlet and gold, and the lion is their emblem. So you see this cozy fireplace. Fire is the element of Gryffindor, and you might actually have a fire magic bonus, or nothing will happen. Let's see what will happen after the release of the game. But the common room is so cozy. It features a majestic and cozy look, huge fireplaces, golden portraits, and it's just epic and a little bit clumsy, I guess, but I like it. The founder was Godric Gryffindor, as you might know, and he was known to be daring and bold, so that resulted in an association with impulsiveness and recklessness. So some students, well, Harry Potter is an example, might end up like a little bit of a dickhead, I guess. Their house ghost is the nearly headless Nick, and you might know him from the books and also movies if you watch them. I actually wanted to pick Ravenclaw. You have to solve a riddle to enter their common room, and it's located in the Ravenclaw Tower. The problem with Ravenclaw, as I told you before, is revealed via a leak, so that's not 100% confirmed, but they might have one quest less or some quests less as the other houses do, so keep that in mind when picking Ravenclaw. I actually wanted to pick Ravenclaw. Their emblem is an eagle. It's not a raven, nothing else, it's an eagle. And the common room is totally organized, so awesome, and it's blue and golden. I think it's beautiful with all these telescopes, the wooden floor elements, these huge windows, and it's just awesome. Rowena Ravenclaw was described as one of the most brilliant witches of her time, and yeah, she was the greatest at learning, so this passion was kind of sort of her trademark, and she used to pick the students that way. So she instructed the sorting hat after her death to choose students who like are very intelligent, like learning, are creative, and this sometimes could lead to an extreme competitiveness across all these guys at Ravenclaw and maybe across the whole school with the other houses. But as you can see, this room is just so awesome. I totally love it. It looks like a medieval dream or something like this. Hufflepuff always seems to be like the place for irrelevant people, but that actually is wrong. You enter the common room in the basement of Hogwarts behind a stack of barrels, and you have to knock on the barrel to enter it. Their colors are like yellow and black, and the badger is their animal. So you find all these bookshelves and all the pots, brick walls down here, and it's just so cozy. It's incredibly cozy. It reminds me of like a Hobbit hole and Lord of the Rings feeling I got out of all these movies that actually are most likely my favorite movies. And today I would love to go to Hufflepuff to enter this beautiful common room. It's just so awesome. And Helga Hufflepuff, she stood out of through her work ethics. Helga chose students after the other founders, so she picked what was left behind, and this is kind of the image of Hufflepuff that the house got over the years, and this is certainly not so true. Yeah, she took what was left, but she also picked students that value fair play and hard work, are like very nice people and team players. And Hufflepuff also produced some famous and successful wizards and witches, so you might join their row and be a Hufflepuff. I think it's an awesome chance to give this house a little bit of a stage in the game. Some people don't need a stage, and these are like the Slytherins. You enter their house via a dungeon in Hogwarts, and you sneak in by speaking the password. As you can see, you can actually see into the lake, watch the Black Lake through the windows, and their colors are green and silver, so everything looks a little bit evil, I guess. Green and silver is a very nice color combination to do so, and everything looks mean. This is like kind of the vibe of this house, but also epic and dark and moody. I love how this dungeon-like common room looks. You can see these huge staircases, paintings, bones and trophies, and stone statues, so everything is just epic and majestic. And this is what Salazar Slytherin tried to deliver to his students, and he was the first recorded Parselmouth, or one of the first recorded Parselmouths in history, and Salazar believed that wizards who are not pureblood wizards should not be allowed in Hogwarts, so that led to some racism in Hogwarts and the whole wizarding world, and many conflicts that we also know that are still fought like 100 and 200 years later after Hogwarts Legacy. The values of the hat that Salazar told him were resourcefulness, leadership and ambition, and this can lead to selfishness and negative traits and be very conflict craving almost. And one of the most wizards actually is Merlin himself. He also was a Slytherin, and of course Voldemort. You know, all these guys from the movies, like Slytherin is very famous, and also Gryffindor, I guess. Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff are a little bit less famous since the books and movies. I feel like you should be so careful about choosing your house the right way, and each house has a custom quest except for Ravenclaw. One of these houses can actually go to Azkaban. We don't know which house yet, and we don't know if as an inmate or as a visitor to Azkaban. So you might want to choose your house and replay the game with another house. That's also a possibility, but the game will have 35 to 70 hours of playtime. So you would need in total, I think, more than 200 hours to be playing whichever house, and it could last a long time. But I guess Potterheads are there to invest the time and take the journey through all the dungeons and all the highlands. Oh no, the highlands are actually cut out, as we saw in a leak recently, and I hope they will deliver that in a DLC or so. Let's see how this will turn out, and I'm curious, what is your house of choice for Hogwarts Legacy? I was planning to pick Ravenclaw, but since I found out about the missing quest, I think I will play... I'm not sure. I think I have to take a test again and pick my second house, I guess. Maybe it's Gryffindor, or let's see. See you in the next video for Hogwarts Legacy. I will cover the content on this channel, of course, and have a great day. Thank you for tuning in, and subscribe for more information on the game. See you on the next one, and goodbye.
can smell